I didn't know we had to play music.
Welcome, everybody, to a brand new episode of Full Metal Classic. My name is Sandy the Sandman Robinson, and I am filling in for the ever indomitable Jay Burns. I'm here with a bunch of people who are going to answer some questions, hopefully, all the way through it. Let me start with Peggy Gubbins. Welcome back to Full Metal Classic. Right next to you is Kyle Hudson. Is that how it's pronounced?
That is how it is pronounced.
Awesome. Good to go. Nice to have you here. Anthony Tisdale, you're back in the ring for a little bit of trivia. How you doing today?
Doing good. Looking forward to getting back.
And then we have Ethan Beller. Ethan, how you doing, buddy?
I'm good. How are you doing, Sandy?
You know what? I can't complain. It's really cold in my basement. Brian, the McGuffin Michaels, one half of our tag team champions of the world. How you doing today, buddy?
Doing all right. A little hit and miss in Classic this year, so hoping to improve today.
All right. Well, we're going to get right into it. You guys know the rules for round number one. If not, I'm going to explain them to you right now. You guys are going to get 8 questions in various movie categories. They're each worth 1 point. There is no stealing. You have 3 repeats throughout the match. And at the end of round number 1, the person with the lowest score will be leaving us for the day. Is everybody ready?
Let's do it.
All right, guys. Good luck today. Your first question comes in the realm of comic book movies. Who plays evil tech billionaire Valentine in Kingsman: The Secret Service? I feel this is the softball of round number 1.
Not for some of us.
Unless you haven't seen it, and then it's going to be tough. All right, I'm going to give you guys 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. I'm going to start right to the left of my paper. Brian, what'd you get?
Samuel L. Jackson.
And Ethan.
Samuel L. Jackson.
Anthony.
Samuel L. Jackson.
Peggy.
I haven't seen it. Nope.
Oh, and Kyle.
Samuel L. Jackson.
Almost a clean sweep. Peggy will get you guys on the next one, which is coming up now. It is, of course, Samuel L. Jackson. Question number 2 comes in the category of 2000s. The 2000s. Okay, maybe this is a softball. What kind of store does Rob own in High Fidelity? See, I'm going to stop saying that because there's always going to be like one person on the panel that doesn't get it, and then I just feel stupid. So,
and then that person feels stupid.
Exactly.
It happens.
No worries. Give it time.
All right, everybody, in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Ethan.
A record shop.
Anthony.
Record store.
Peggy.
Record store.
Kyle.
Comic book store.
And Brian.
Record store.
A record store, record shop is absolutely correct. All right, guys. Question number 3 without any commentary from me. Question number 3 is in the category of biopics. What fast food chain do the 2 main characters visit in Green Book?
Oh.
5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Pens down. Anthony, we're going to start with you.
Never seen it, so I went Jack in the Box.
That is a good guess. Peggy.
Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Kyle.
Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Brian.
KFC.
Ethan.
KFC.
It is KFC. That is correct. They both like the chicken, which I do not. All right, guys. Question number 4. You guys are playing great so far. Is in the category of taglines. Movie taglines. What film has the tagline, "Are you watching closely?" 5, 4, 3.
Repeat.
Okay, and that was
That was me.
Anthony. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. In the category of movie taglines, what film has the tagline, "Are you watching closely?"
I think I'm glad I did that. We'll find out in a second.
Whenever I do that, I spend the whole 15 count going, God damn it. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Pens down. We're going to start with Peggy first.
I guess The Sixth Sense.
That's a good guess. Kyle.
The Truman Show.
The what?
The Truman Show.
Okay, got you. Good guess. Brian.
Strictly a guess. Now you see.
That is a good guess as well. Ethan.
I went with the other one, The Prestige.
And Anthony.
I thought Now You See Me in the end.
Both good guesses. However, only one of you got it correct, and that would be Ethan. It is The Prestige.
I had to choose between those two movies.
Me
damn
too.
it.
Me too, Brian. I knew it was a magic movie.
I was thinking
Oh.
Imitation Game, but that one is Are You Paying Attention?
Yeah. All right, guys. And everybody's favorite category is number 5, and it is in sports.
Yes.
What sport does For the Love of the Game center around?
Peggy, if you missed this one, you should just leave now.
Don't worry.
All right. I'm going to give you guys 5,
It's right here on my wall.
4, 3,
Cheaters! Oh my gosh.
1. Pens down. We're gonna go to Kyle first,
Baseball.
and let's go to Brian.
Baseball.
Ethan,
Baseball.
Anthony.
I went the other one. I said basketball because I don't rap.
What did you say?
Basketball.
Oh, and Peggy.
I believe he specifically played for the Detroit Tigers. Baseball.
He
All
very
you
much
burritos in that
does. That's right. Baseball was the correct answer, and we're going to move into category number 6, and that is actors and actresses. Who has appeared in the following films? Nocturnal Animals, Everest, and Brokeback Mountain. All right. 5, 4,
Sorry.
3, 2, and 1. Pens down. We're going to go all the way back over to Brian. Brian, what'd you get?
Jake Gyllenhaal?
And Ethan.
Jake Gyllenhaal.
Anthony.
Jake Gyllenhaal.
Peggy.
Jake Gyllenhaal.
And Kyle.
Michael Shannon.
Oh, almost a clean sweep. It is Jake Gyllenhaal. All right. Question number 7, I believe. Wow. Okay. I'm not even going to say nothing right now. All right. My favorite category of all time. Category number 7 is horror thriller. Always. Jennifer Kent directed what 2014 horror film? I have no idea.
Yeah, to give me a director. That's not even helpful.
Ethan, right to the board before I even finish that question.
I'm a big fan of this one.
4, 3, 2, and 1. And we are going to start with Mr. Quick Draw, Ethan.
The Babadook.
And Anthony.
I'm going to get Don't Breathe is wrong because he seems to know it.
Peggy.
I guess The Purge.
Yeah. Let's go to Kyle.
The Gift.
And Brian.
The Babadook.
And the Babadook is the correct answer. I'm with all of you guys have got it wrong because I'd have gotten it wrong too, and I was actually looking at the answer. So, all right. So, question number 8 is in the category of quotes. What film features the quote, "What I want from each and every one of you is a hard target search of every gas station, residence, warehouse, farmhouse, henhouse, outhouse, and doghouse in that area"? I was told by Andrew James Barr not to add any inflection into that quote whatsoever. I hope I came across okay in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. All right, this is going to work out perfectly because the only person here who can get a perfect round is Ethan, and he will be answering last. Anthony, what'd you get?
Fugitive.
Peggy.
The Fugitive.
Kyle.
Saving Private Ryan.
Brian.
Your fugitive's name is Dr. Richard Kimball. Go get him. The fugitive.
And for the perfect round, Ethan.
I want to tell you guys this. I was about to ask for a repeat, so I could write The Fugitive, but I decided not to, and I put Heat. Oh, man.
All right, guys. If my scores are correct, just give me a quick second while I calculate all these. I'll go.
At that point, I'm so far behind you, I was rooting for you.
Sandy so jinxed you. It's
Would have been my first one. No, it's not on Sandy. I was like, I should have called for that repeat. I knew it was The Fugitive.
Frick, Brian.
Who knows the name of the drug and the drug company from The Fugitive? Anyone?
oh, if you gave me anything of it.
All right. All right. So we have 2 people tied for first place, and that'd be Ethan and Brian, both with 7 points. Peggy is next with 5 correct answers, not the 3 that she told me she was going to get. And Anthony has got 4, which means Kyle with 3 points. Unfortunately, we're going to have to say goodbye today. Thanks so much for playing. You're more than welcome to hang out and watch in the back. But thank you very much for calling in today. We're going to move into round number 2. All right, guys. Round number 2 works the way you guys always know it. We have numbers in the category, and I think I'm doing this right. Yeah. Okay. All right. So the numbers you're going to get are between 1 and 6. And Brian is the higher ranked competitor in Full Metal Singles. So we'll just go with that. Brian, pick your first number.
1.
Ethan.
3.
Yeah, that works. That's right. Math hard. Okay, Brian, you're second.
6.
And Ethan, you're second.
2.
All right, let's go to Peggy, your number.
4.
And Anthony.
Well, I guess 5.
5. That's right. All right, guys. So there are 6 categories on the wheel.
Is there a 7 for the secret category?
Yeah, that was supposed to be an extra for the
No.
secret, I think.
That's right. There's 5 categories and 1 secret category. So I have the number correct. So that was my mistake. Sorry about that, guys. Okay. So now what I don't remember is we don't tell you what the categories are, right?
Yeah, you can, because after the spin, then we just pick which one, whoever's number it is, we pick if we want that or the secret. So you can tell us the categories. I don't think
Okay.
that doesn't
It's not
affect
the
it.
secret category.
Except for the secret category. Okay. So, all right. Perfect.
It's ridiculous.
Okay, so right now the categories for round number 2 are Steven Spielberg, gambling movies, It's All Politics, movie release dates, Boston movies, and of course the secret category. Remember, if your number gets picked and you decide to go with the secret category, the point value will increase from 1 to 2. But it's the secret category, so beware. All right, so I've got my little handy dandy number generator set for 1 to 6. You're not going to be able to see that, but it's 1 to 6, and there's the question mark. So I'm going to hit the generate now. Blah. 6. So that would be Brian.
Although I think everybody else here will know it too, I'm going to go with Spielberg.
Okay. Spielberg is the pick, which would have been mine as well. All right. Okay, guys, let's get going. Question number 1 in Steven Spielberg. What Spielberg film is set in the year 2054? Which, when you think about it, it's not that far away. It's only like I'll be dead, but you guys will probably be still alive. I'm gonna give you guys 5, 4, 3, 2,
Megan, repeat.
and yep. Well, that's 1 for Peggy. All right. What Spielberg film is set in the year 2054? Ooh. I bet you. I know where people are getting stuck on this one. 5, 4, 3.
Repeat.
Okay. Ethan.
Oh, can make my hand a little nicer now.
All right. What Spielberg film is set in the year 2054?
Oh God, jeez, man, it's like 4 times already.
Yeah. Stick with it. Fuck it.
No one else has to repeat. I'm gonna change it again.
I've second guessed myself so much. I'm not even sure it's a Spielberg movie.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Brian.
Don't you do it.
No. All right. We're going to start with the smart mouth. Brian, what'd you get?
I was going between 2. I ended up on Ready Player One.
And I thought that was, as soon as I thought about it, I thought that was one people were going to get tripped up on. Let's go to Ethan.
Minority Report.
And Anthony.
I also went Ready Player One.
And Peggy.
I went AI, artificial intelligence.
That was the first thing I had on here.
All 3 are good guesses, but one person did get it correct, and that would be Ethan. Ethan, it is Minority Report.
I was between those 3
I had
guesses.
that written
It could have
down,
been any
too.
of them for me.
Damn it.
Ugh.
I didn't. And you guys, everybody in the community knows how much I love Ready Player One. I didn't even think about it right off the bat because I know what the actual date is in Ready Player One. So, all right, guys. Your second question in Spielberg is: the opening of Saving Private Ryan opens in what type of location? All right, in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Let's start with Ethan.
It's a beach.
Anthony.
I went with the boat.
Peggy.
I put cemetery.
And Brian.
Cemetery.
Oh my
It
god.
is a cemetery.
Oh man.
I would have said exactly what Ethan said, though. And I love that movie. So, all right, good job, guys. 2 more questions left. Who plays Captain Wild Bill Kelso in 1941? All right, in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Pens down. Let's start with Anthony.
Is it John Belushi?
And Peggy.
Pure guess, Michael Caine.
And Brian.
I don't know who's who in that movie, but I also put John Belushi.
Ethan, what'd you get?
I had Jim and I quickly wrote John. Belushi.
John Belushi is the correct answer.
Never seen it.
Nope.
Never saw them.
All right, guys. And your final question in round number 2 in Spielberg is, what airport is Victor stuck at in The Terminal?
Oof.
In 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Pens down. Peggy, we're starting with you.
I guess LaGuardia.
That's a good guess. Brian.
JFK.
Ethan.
JFK.
Anthony.
Almost wrote LaGuardia, but wrote JFK.
JFK is the
Damn.
correct answer.
I love that movie too.
All
Ready
right.
for that tiebreaker, Peggy?
There it is. Yeah.
I wrote JFK first too. God damn it.
That's how I felt about
He's from
Minority Report.
Kokosia.
Had it down.
Victor
All
Dvorsky.
right.
I know the movie.
So we do have a tie for the 3rd place and 4th place. Ethan and Brian stay connected with 10 points each going into round number 3, but we're going to have to go through this first. All right. Okay. I am thinking of a number between 1 and 25. Anthony.
12.
Peggy.
I wrote down 18.
17 was the number, so Peggy is closest. So Peggy, you can decide whether or not you're going to do Rotten Tomatoes critic score or worldwide box office.
I'll go Rotten Tomatoes critics score because we were on an episode of Fantasy Film Fights with the categories.
Awesome. And that means, Anthony, you'll get to choose the movie A or movie B.
My name starts with A. Let's go with A.
All right.
Peggy with the shameless plugs.
Yeah.
Sorry. My bad.
He's not allowed on for like another month, like at least 2 months after that comment.
All right. So the movie that was chosen is, and I want the Rotten Tomatoes critics score for White Men Can't Jump.
We'll find out in a second.
Yep.
All right. I am going to start with Peggy.
I went 74%.
Oh man, we are close.
And Anthony.
And I went 79%.
You guys know how to pick them. Unfortunately, the number is 76. So by one percentage point,
Wow.
Peggy stays in the game. And
How did
Anthony,
you-
that was awesome. Good job, you guys. 76, 79, 74. It doesn't get any closer than that. So, Anthony,
Still love
thanks
you,
so
buddy.
much. Thanks so much for hanging out with us tonight and playing. It's always a pleasure to have you, but we're going to say goodbye today. You can hang out in the back room if you'd like.
You want me to help out scoring with the plus minus?
Yeah, if you could do that, would be fantastic.
Yeah, you got 10, 10, and Peggy has what?
6.
Got it.
All right. So,
I'm not laughing at you, Peggy. I'm laughing at the face you made.
That's okay.
I'm just laughing at you.
Here comes my big comeback. Okay, going down.
hey,
I'm
in
not
this,
gonna-
in this
Yeah,
round,
that's a two question swing.
that's a 2-question swing. There's nothing
Come
wrong
on,
with that.
rom-com questions. Come on, sports movie questions. Let's go.
All right, so here's how round number 3 works. You guys have already probably got a little bit going here. I think I'm just going to move you into the back room there. Okay, so the round with 3 works this. You guys are going to get 5 questions. So those 5 questions are going to be worth 1 point if you get it correct. If you get it wrong, however, that is going to be a minus point. So you can see how fast things can change. Right now, Peggy, you still have 2 repeats left.
Mhm.
Ethan, you have 2, and Brian still has all 3. So are you guys ready? Good luck.
Ready?
Let's go.
All right. Your first question comes in the category of crime. Who plays U.S. Customs Agent Dave Coogan in The Usual Suspects? 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We're going to start right back at the start again. Brian, what'd you have?
Chaz Palminteri.
Ethan
And Oliver Platt.
and Peggy.
I guess Gabriel Byrne.
Chaz Palminteri is the correct answer. Brian goes ahead right now. All right. Question number 2 in round number 3 is in the category of directors. Who directed 1999's The Hurricane? Five, 4, 3, 2. Repeat for Brian, his first of the match. The category is directors. Who directed 1999's The Hurricane?
Here comes the story.
I don't know why I bothered. I don't know it. Just change my guess.
Peggy has the song that I was singing, and I first heard that song watching another movie. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands down. We're going to start with Ethan.
Don't know why this name came to me, but Wolfgang Peterson.
And let's go to Peggy.
Oliver Stone.
Brian.
Gavin O'Connor.
All 3 of you are incorrect. We are looking for Norman Jewison. Norman Jewison. So that brings down 8 and 4. Okay. Well, thank you, Christina. All right, guys. Your third question, we're still really close here, is in classics. Love this movie. How many bodies do Aunt Abby and Aunt Martha tell Mortimer are buried in the basement in Arsenic and Old Lace? Oh, this movie's so good.
Never seen this movie.
Oh, it's on the list. It's on the list.
I studied it one time for a match, but I don't remember it.
5,
Sure, it's a long ass list.
4, 3, 2, and 1. Pens down. We're going to go over to Peggy. Peggy, what'd you get?
I guess 12.
And Brian.
3.
And Ethan.
7.
And the only person to get that right was Peggy with 12 as the correct answer.
Hey.
All right.
Kuda.
There you go. All right, guys. So let me just see. No, still not yet. I think we're going to go right to the end on this one. All right. Your fourth category and your second to last question is in Oscars. What film won Best Picture for films released in 1982?
No idea.
All right. I'm going to give you guys 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Pens down. We're going to start all the way back over with Brian.
Gandhi.
Ethan.
I went E.T.
Should have been.
Peggy.
I got nothing, honestly.
Well, Brian was correct. It is Gandhi. That bald little guy. All right. And we're going to move into our final question because Peggy is still in the hunt for second. We're going to keep on going. All right, guys. I'm just going to ask it because I think it doesn't matter. Yeah. Anyway. All right. Question number 5 is in scores and soundtracks. What popular 70s band created the soundtrack for the film That's the Way of the World? Five, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Pens down. We are going to start with Ethan.
I know I'm already out, but Earth, Wind, and Fire.
And Peggy.
Great minds think alike. Earth, Wind, and Fire.
And Brian.
It is Earth, Wind, and Fire, but I was taking myself out of that question because it was on the doc I hosted last week.
Okay. All right. So your winner, Brian, the MacGuffin Michaels. All right, guys, that was a fantastic match. You guys all stuck around right up until the end there. Nobody got into negative or 0 points. So congratulations to you. We are going to go, of course, to Brian. Brian, this is your third win this season in Classic. You're pretty much hitting on all cylinders. You know what? Going into your next singles match, how you feel about your win today?
Well, I think it's my third out of, I think I played 5 total the whole first half of the year. So is it 4 you need to get into the championship this year?
I believe so. Yeah.
4?
It's either
Okay.
4 or 5. So
right.
I can't.
So I've got a little bit of time to get that last one in, but I'm just happy I'm back in the win because I think my last 2 I was in, I lost. So, but this came right down to the end. I mean, Ethan's always an intimidating opponent, and Peggy, I mean, she was coming back at the end there.
Yeah, she was.
On
And
Classics of all things.
That's right. There you go. Exactly right. And Ethan, Brian said it. You're a force to be reckoned with. Especially with the beard. I mean, you're just looking more and more nasty every single day. Coming in there, intimidating everybody. How do you feel about your performance today? I know it wasn't a win, but you stuck in there all the way to the end.
Yeah, no, I feel like I played pretty well today. I mean, round 3 tripped me up a little bit. I'm just mostly mad at myself for not getting the Fugitive for that. Would have been my first perfect round, and this last second I was like, I could say repeat and put the Fugitive, and I was like, no, I might be wrong, and I should have done it. But Brian played a great game, and I want my next 2 wins as well. I want to get in that snowball.
There you go. And Peggy, the boys went that way with it, but you know what? You stayed in there with them and played a real great game, especially in round 1 and in round 3. You got 2 questions right in round 3. One was, I am assuming, a complete guess with 12, but you're the only one to get that question right. So how do you feel about your performance today, and you're looking forward to your next match?
I'm definitely looking forward to my next match. I have yet to get a win in Classic, but one of these days it's going to happen.
Nice. Well, hopefully you're in the next one with me, and then you'll totally kill me. So that's awesome. My name is Sandy the Sandman Robinson. It's been my pleasure to host this episode of Classic. Remember to like, follow, subscribe, comment on all the things. Thanks to everybody, our head question writer in the back, Andrew James Barr, for writing these awesome questions. And thanks to the competitors and all those who are watching. Thank you guys. I really appreciate it. As always, have fun. Watch movies.